May what I'm about to say be seen as educational content and not an attack against anybody I made you stitch or comment on. And I have been doing a series, and I even have a hashtag called War on Well-Meaners. And this is targeted for you creators who are ever so concerned about Palestine, about what is happening to the Palestinian people, but are presenting it as a Middle Eastern problem, and the Middle East need to be helped, and not realizing that before the Middle East was a creation of white supremacy and colonization, it was Africa. In particular, it was Kemet and the Kemetic Empire. Oh, don't believe me? Here's some receipts. Here we see information about how the borders was created. And it was created and shaped by European colonialism, primarily British and French, after the Ottoman Empire's collapse post-World War I, using artificial lines like the Sykes-Picot Agreement that ignored local realities, leading to long-term instability and conflict. Although some areas like Iran and parts of the Arabian Peninsula had different colonial experiences. Sykes-Picot Agreement, 1916, a secret pact between Britain and France to divide the Ottoman Arab lands into spheres of influence, forming the basis for modern Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Palestine. League of Nations mandates. After World War I, Britain got mandates for Iraq, Transjordan, and Palestine. France got Syria and Lebanon, solidifying these borders. Strategic interests. Control over trade routes like the Persian Gulf to India and resources drove British expansion, leading to control over Egypt, Sudan, and parts of the Gulf. Here, Saudi Arabia remained largely independent, with Britain recognizing the Al Saud family's rule. Iran, Persia, while influenced by Russia and Britain, it was never fully colonized as a single entity. Turkey evolved from the Ottoman Empire into a republic, avoiding direct colonial rule. In essence, while the region had ancient civilizations, the concept, borders and political structures of the Middle East as we know it today are a direct product of European imperial ambitions, followed by the Ottoman decline. So, the Middle East was a colonial expansion and creation, and lands were divided up and borders was created so that European colonial leaders could create trade routes for expansion and economic reasons, and ignored the ethnicities and cultures that existed. So if you're promoting the Middle East, you're promoting colonialism, and you're promoting white supremacy and racism. Well-meaners, I have you. You are not doing it because you're so worried about those poor people. You have been promoting it as a Middle Eastern concern that you're ever so worried about, but never mention Sudan, never mention other parts of Africa that also suffered and were ignored by the expansion, because you have the same mentality as the European masters with their cognitive dissonance. You are doing it for your own reasons, to promote who you see as important, not because you're worried about the people or the cause, but to continue the ideology of colonial rule and white supremacy. Professor Moriarty, leader of the outcast nation, has spoken. but will speak again.